today. From the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, this is the NFL on EA Sports. Dalton and the New Orleans Saints taking on Mariota and the Atlanta Falcons.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today we've got an NFC South matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by a 3-time Pro Bowler, owner of over 35,000 passing yards in 11 seasons, the veteran Andy Dalton.
I love his football IQ. I love his ability to have people rally around him. And as he likes to remind me all the time when I get ready to call one of his games, I can run it a little bit too. A nice presence to have on your team.
Dalton going to throw right away. There's Chris Olave. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Dalton now to pass. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11. To throw here, Dalton. Again, he's got that man Landry. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Quick slant, that's caught by the 5'11" Landry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
On second down, Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Play action here with Dalton. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill from 4 yards out. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo and their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback for them is a former second overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, and while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their own 25-yard line. On play action, Mariota. And complete to Drake London. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run with a rookie from BYU, Tyler Algier. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Over the middle, caught by London. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down and 3. On 2nd, here's Algier. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing, Mariota. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
From the 22, Mariota. And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Algier is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. And Mariota going to run on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Marcus Mariota. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here, you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time a 9-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass. So whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Dalton. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Kadarrell Hodge has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Mariota to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Mariota on 1st down. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. Mariota now. Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a 1st down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, No hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kaderl Hodge, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Coup now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. First and 10 for Dalton. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They look to throw on third with Dalton. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. The pass caught by Olave. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. So Dalton now.
Olave over the middle.
And the Saints are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Andy Dalton. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the 1st half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So first down, and they'll stick with Algier. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mariota now from the 50. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
First down, Mariota. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Algier will try to pick it up. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Mariota. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Kamara up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Dalton. On the slant, complete to Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Dalton sets up play action. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Dalton. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This will be Dalton again. Got an open man. It's Olave. He's got room at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day, they can often flow smoothly,
as that one just did.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Dalton here from the gun. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their 25-yard line. They'll start with the option. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now Mariota. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action. Mariota. That's brought in downfield by London. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing is Mariota. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. Again, it's Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
They'll run here with Algier. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Coup for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Dalton, 1st and 10. That one complete to Hill. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 31, Dalton over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Here's Dalton. This one taken in by Olave. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Passing, it's Dalton. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Another chance for Dalton. Olave holds it in. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. That's Olave bringing in another one. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Dalton. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's Dalton. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. Dalton. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. All right, here's Dalton. The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Dalton wants to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. Do you see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers? Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the touchdown capped off by the PAT, and that means that we are likely heading to overtime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2-by-2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
To throw, Mariota. Buying time to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So possession in overtime first goes to the Atlanta Falcons, and we are back underway. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, We need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Starting the drive with Algier. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He wasn't able to really get anything going in regulation. Maybe it'll be a little different story here in overtime.
And it appears that with that call, they want to establish the run in overtime, try and set the tone for what they're going to get done. And you're right, maybe it didn't work so well in regulation. Overtime could be the charm. And by the way, yards count either way.
Nifty move. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first throw in overtime for Mariota. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On the give, Algier headed left. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 40 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Setting up the screen, here's Algier. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now Mariota. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 26. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down, not by a little, but by plenty.
Give to Algier from the shotgun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mariota now. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now Mariota. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the 4th quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. But the defense on him quickly at the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Time now for Dalton's turn here in the extra session. Pass complete, Thomas. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And out of the air, Dalton. It's complete, Kamara. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. A 10th carry for Kamara. And that will get him another 1st down, but the clock's certainly working against him. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Second and 7. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Dalton now to pass. In the hands of Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And Dalton to throw. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Running the jet sweep, Landry. And he is going to lose yardage here. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. So Dalton now. The pass caught by Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And room there to work it inside the 25. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Dalton. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score in OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all. And then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great game that we bore witness to. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hard-working crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.